something.
10 men, 20 men, 30 men.
That boo was something.
10 men, 20 men, 30 men.
Yeah, drink 'em up. Yeah.
All right, you know what it is, man. DJ Thoro, a.k.a. Thorozano, Bridge to the Streets. Right now, you're watching the hottest in the streets right here on thisis50.com. See, we had to move to a nice little new location. 50 gave me a couple dollars, so I upgraded the place. We up at One World Studios right now. And with that being said, got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Iesha Huggins. I'm an author.
You sure? You say, hi, I'm Iesha Huggins.
Yeah.
I'm an author. I guess. I don't know. You be the judge. All right, so where you from?
The Bronx.
The Bronx. All right.
Raised in Harlem, though.
Raised in Harlem.
I was born in the Bronx, but Harlem raised me.
All right. So are you into hip hop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I listen to it,
Who's
but I'm
your-
more of an R&B.
Okay. Who's your
Person.
favorite R&B artist?
Patti LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle.
Yeah,
Wow. Really? All right.
that's what I was raised up
That's what you was
for.
raised up for. Okay. So let's do this chronologically. This book. Why did you write this book?
Because it reminded me of a relationship I had in the past.
It reminded you- So this book, it says hood celebrities, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. It reminds you of a relationship you had in the past, right? So that's why you wrote the book. What about the relationship that made you want to write? Because I had a lot of relationships too, but I never wrote about none of them freaks.
It's not actually, maybe I worded it wrong. It's that I seen a lot of guys in the hood
Mhm.
and women in the hood also be somebody that's not actually on TV.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it
Okay.
inspired me because just because you're not actually a celebrity don't mean because you're from the hood you can't be a celebrity.
Right. Okay. Now, hood celebrities is basically people that's in the hood that's well known.
That's
in the
popping.
streets.
They
popping.
lit and they
For
just from the hood.
Yeah, for whatever they do. or
They
whatever.
get more money than a lot of celebrities that I know. Or
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, where did you actually start writing this book?
I started writing this book at home.
At home.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, did anything ever transpire in your life that you had to put this on hold or?
Yeah, like I started writing when I got to prison.
Okay.
I was in prison for 5 years.
You was in prison for 5 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Now, if you don't mind me asking, what were you in prison for?
for selling drugs.
For selling drugs. Okay. All right. So continue.
Okay, I was in prison for 5 years for selling drugs.
Okay.
So because I always wanted to be a writer, I wanted to write movies actually.
Right.
So I said, let me see if I can actually do it. And I started off writing books. I wrote
Right.
my first book in prison, and that's the first book that I ever wrote. It's called Do 'Em Dirty.
Do 'em dirty.
Right.
Is that how you used to do them? Dirty?
Yes. I do 'em dirty because I was done dirty my whole life.
Right. Like when you say do 'em dirty, who are you doing dirty? Like who?
Anybody who did me dirty, they're gonna feel it.
They're gonna feel it.
Yes, they
Okay.
felt it
They felt
and
it.
still feeling it, and I don't gotta touch them.
Right. Okay, I got
It's
you.
a mental thing too. It's not
Right,
just
right.
like harming somebody or nothing.
Right. Now I just like people to see what people, what like people, people write books all day and they go through things. But a lot of people don't understand what led someone to do this or their story or how credible they are to even write something like this. So that's why I like to touch, certain areas before we even actually talk about, the actual book or
I've
whatever.
been through a lot,
Right.
and I didn't have nobody at the time growing up that the feelings I had to go to you and be like, hey, this is how I feel. It's like, oh, you be all right. It was
Right.
like brushed off. So I always wrote my feelings down on paper.
On paper.
And it made me feel better.
Right. Did you ever put that into music or you never touched music?
I never touched music.
You're just an author, you're right. You
Yes.
just write a poet, so to speak, or whatever. Now, I remember when I first met you, we had a conversation,
Hmm.
and you said if I'm not mistaken, you were in the same prison with Remy Ma.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
with
Let's
Remy Ma.
talk about that.
Yeah, like Remy Ma was in Bedford. I was in Albion, but I came down to
Okay.
Bedford and I had to stay there for 2 months, going back and forth to court.
Okay.
We crossed paths plenty of times, walking to the visiting room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in the visiting room, and my son at
Did
the
you
time.
see Papoose in there?
No, I didn't see
Shout out
Papoose,
Papoose.
but I think it probably was like maybe her aunt or
Oh, okay.
somebody. I'm not really too sure.
Right.
But my son, he's now 20, and back then he was like 5 or 6.
Right.
No, he was like 7 or 8, and she was like, "Yo, he's a cutie,"
Okay.
and he'll never forget that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I actually was under the tree with her one day. It was pouring down rain, and we got stuck in the yard.
Okay.
You know, we wasn't friends, but we was just like we sitting
Well,
here
yeah,
right now.
right.
She was under the tree waiting for that yard movement so she could go back and call Papoose.
Right. You
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So you guys did engage in conversation from time to time.
Yes.
But it wasn't necessarily like hanging around each other.
That wasn't my jail. It's just that happened because I had to come down there and stay there for court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So seeing her, do you write about, like, for instance, seeing her, is she in the book? Because she's a hood celebrity.
She's definitely in my book.
So
I definitely shouted her out in my book.
Okay.
Definitely. I definitely shouted you out, Remy.
Right. Now let's get to the story. What is this book about exactly? Like, what's the storyline?
It's about it's about a couple who was in love with each other but never made the move to actually make it happen until Shay graduates from college and is moving to Atlanta, and Dede is like, nah, the love of my life is about to leave.
Right.
And a tragic situation happened that brought them together. And
right.
They connected.
And they connected. This is a dope book. Like, I didn't start reading the whole thing, but you know, now who inspired you? Who did you look up to writing wise? What are some of the best books you've written? I mean, you've read.
I've read.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Terry Woods, Wadika Clark.
Terry Woods. I read a lot of her books.
Yes, Wadika
True to the
Clark.
Game, right?
True to the game. Like, I love that book.
Right.
Dutch.
Right.
You know, I've read so many books in prison.
Right.
The Cartel.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, nah, shit. My books, I gotta write. I gotta do this.
Right.
Because I can do this.
You can't do this.
And
right.
put the pen to the paper.
Now, just like with music, everybody does music. Everybody writes. Everybody puts out books. Not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. What is different about this book than the rest of the plots and the stories? You know, you see the books with the guy selling drugs, he gets shot, he shoots somebody, making money, blah, blah, blah. What is different, if anything, about this storyline or this book than the average book that we get, you know, in this genre?
Because it's actually real life story.
Okay.
It's a real life story. This is not made up. This is real.
See,
that's
the difference.
That's
it's
the
real.
difference. It's real. This is a true story. It's real.
Now, is this a true story about your life? Oh, no. Well, it could be. We'll leave it at that. This ain't Vlad TV, so we don't want to break it tonight. All right, yeah. This is 50. Now, Vlad TV. All right, so we'll leave that alone. But anyway, it's a true story. Enough said. Figure it out. It's a true story. So that's just that. So where can they purchase this book, or how can they purchase this book?
You can purchase this book in Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, the library.
Oh, it's in the library?
Yeah, it's in the library.
How'd you get it in the library?
Because this is Lady Blue.
Oh, shit. Okay. You just went in there and said, look, I got blue hair, bitch.
No, like, seriously, when you self-publish, you have the opportunity to branch to all distribution.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, can I get my music in the library, too? Can you help me with that?
I can definitely look into that.
All right. This is my new manager, y'all. All right? I need to do that. I didn't know. I really didn't know.
Yeah, it's really in the library, though.
So, what about public schools? Can we get this in public schools?
Not this one.
Not this one.
But the new book that I just dropped is a children's book.
The children's book, okay. Well, maybe this could go into high schools. Because half of them is, I'm sure.
But it's a good book. It's definitely, it's about love and unity.
Okay.
No matter what, how you call it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Loyalty, deceit.
Right. Now, is there anything you want to share with the audience about yourself that we may not know, or you know, because I like people to do that verbally. You know
all right.
I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Now, again, I'm Iesha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I came up in Harlem streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very loyal person, and the streets was all I knew. The streets raised me. So, with that being said, rock with me. Nah.
All right. Hey, I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with you. I'm definitely.
Yeah, but I just went through something real traumatic, like my 3-year-old.
Okay. You want to share it or no?
Yeah, I want to share it.
Okay.
You know, because for parents who children get sick.
Okay.
Get your child immunized. You know, shots.
Okay, I was gonna say for people that don't know what that means.
Yeah, get your kids your shots. My son hasn't been in school in 2 years. He turned 3 September 10th. He went to school September 9th.
Okay.
September 10th, my son was admitted into ICU for 10 days because he got an infection, a bacteria infection from touching a toy in school or something. He was in ICU. He couldn't breathe. My son was like, I thought he was gone. You understand? So I've been through a lot. Please, getting your kids shots means a lot.
Right. Let me stop there and you can continue. Did you get a lawyer? That's a lawsuit.
Yeah, but I just only been home a couple days. I only been home 3 days.
What do you mean you only been home?
I just came home from the hospital on the 20th.
Oh, just now?
Yes. You remember, I was supposed to come on the 10th. My son was admitted.
Oh, this is happening
Yes.
as we speak.
As we speak, my
Oh.
son has just been home. He had tubes down his throat where he couldn't breathe. The machine was breathing for my son.
Wait a
On
minute.
his 3rd birthday, he was intubated.
So this is daycare? Something happened at a day?
Pre-K.
Pre-K?
Pre-K.
Okay, well, this just goes without saying. Go get a lawyer. That's you gotta let the you gotta get.
I called the board of
gotta take legal action.
education. I called the board and made a complaint and everything. So,
Well, what did the school say?
the child orders them. They all got their shots. I said, okay, well, we're gonna see, cause I'm coming to the school with my lawyer, and we're gonna see.
Yeah, you gotta get a lawyer.
My son ain't never been sick in 2 years.
And to be out that long.
And
Yeah.
go into school and
Yeah.
get sick and have to be in ICU.
Yeah, you gotta get a lawyer.
I spent 10 days in the hospital with no sleep.
I
So
didn't know
today
that.
is the first day I'm actually kind of
Oh.
feeling okay.
Okay, well, man, I hope
So thank you.
I hope everything works out. But even more importantly, do it the legal, correct way, so you can get compensation for that. You gotta
Right.
get a lawyer, and any lawyer would love to touch a case like that because 9 times out of 10, situation like that, they're gonna settle out anyway. So, you're gonna get. What
It's
you,
just
know,
like,
what
that
you,
was the scariest shit in my life.
Now,
I
is he
never
stable?
imagined.
Is he what's his condition?
He came home. They released my son home from the hospital without walking or talking. But, that's my kid.
Is that protocol? Is that
No, they gave me a prescription for physical therapy.
so? He went in talking and walking.
He went in
and
running,
came out,
talking, and walking.
and now he can't talk.
He can talk now. He's
Oh.
slowly talking back again.
Okay.
And he started walking again.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta get a lawyer.
But they sent me home like that with my son basically in a wheelchair. Like,
Listen, go.
it's medication.
I can't say it enough. Go get a lawyer.
Go get a lawyer.
That's it.
That's what I'm doing.
They don't want to give you results or any relief. Go get a lawyer. That's what moves people. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I go to Burger King. My Whopper ain't right. I go get a lawyer. Yeah, I gotta throw a little comedy in there.
Right.
But anyway, so how many books have you written?
4.
You've written 4. Let's call them out.
Do 'em Dirty Part 1. Do 'em Dirty Part 2.
Oh shit.
Hood Celebrities. Ramel's Dream Farmland. That's the children's book.
Okay.
It's everywhere but iTunes, but I'm coming soon.
Right.
too.
So, why did you decide to? It looks like you do a lot of urban type storylines, and then you go children's. Like how?
Because my 3-year-old son, he's autistic.
Okay.
So this is a book for children, basically targeting children with disabilities.
Oh, dope. There's not
I
a
love the
lane for that.
kids.
I see. That's dope.
I can hit any lane. I'm gonna go to music too soon.
Right.
But,
Okay.
children need love too.
Right. They
You
do.
see a lot of hood books going out there.
They do.
You don't see too many children's books. Everybody on Instagram like, wow, you wrote a children's book?
Right.
Yeah, why can't I?
Right. Well, yeah. I think it's more kids in the world than adults anyway. People
Right.
don't realize that. So that's a lane we're not covering.
Excuse me, but
Mhm.
before leaving the hospital, I most definitely did. They invited me to come take part in being a part of their nonprofit organization to write children's books for the hospital.
Before
because
and after you gonna sue them.
in the process,
Okay.
because I wrote a book
Okay.
for my son, just his little process of him doing the hospital.
Right.
And they loved it, and they want me to come
And
work
they still
there.
want you to come back there?
They want me to
Even
come
though you
work
got-
there for the nonprofit organization to
Right,
write
but-
books
well-
for families.
Well, let's not let that be a deterrent from not getting a lawyer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that sounds like a tactic. Well, let's get her.
I guess they don't really know.
Don't fall for that shit.
No, I just don't know if they think that I'm smart enough. I'm
Well,
not smart
They
enough.
don't think you're smart enough. That's why I
Right.
said, fuck the bullshit. Go get a lawyer. The same way that everybody else do. Go get a
I'm gonna
fucking
just
lawyer.
go figure 50 cent to
Right.
get some money.
Well, you can call 50. 50, you get the money. You have it by Monday.
You're
You know
gonna
what I
have
mean?
it by Monday.
But then you're gonna owe him.
Right.
So somebody's gonna owe somebody either way. You know what I mean?
Nah,
So
but
if anybody
seriously.
want to get in contact with you or follow you or get more information about you, how can they do that?
You can follow me on Facebook at Iesha Huggins. On Instagram, Iesha_Huggins.
Okay.
My email is ladymoed40@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or you can hit up my publicist, Royu Bay, at royubay.com.
Okay. Now, before we get out of here,
Mhm.
is there anything else you want to cover or share that we have not touched on that you may want to talk about? Doom, like Jeopardy, right? Doom, doom, doom.
Yes, I do have a book coming out, His Karma Killed Me. Wait for it this
You got
winter.
some crazy titles.
Wait for it this winter.
Well-
His karma killed me.
Shouldn't it be his karma killed him? His karma is supposed to be. You know what I mean?
No, but sometimes the closest people to you don't get the karma. It be you.
Oh, I get it. His karma killed
Kill
you.
me.
They was trying to get him, and it got you.
Right.
But that might have killed him too, because he's gonna feel bad.
Possible.
That's
But
a
you
dope
won't
title.
know until you get the book.
All right, well, I'm gonna be the first one with that book too. So I need that book. All right, so that's
Thank
what it
you.
is. Let him know the name again,
His karma killed me.
and let him know your
Oh,
name.
my
again.
name again is Iesha Huggins.
And let him know the name of the book and where they could get it.
Hood Celebrities, Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
I was about to say this is in Barnes and Nobles.
Yes.
Right? So I can walk into Barnes and Nobles and get this book.
You have to get it on Barnes and Nobles online.
Well, it doesn't matter. I can
Yes,
get it.
you can.
That's a hell of an accomplishment, and I want to congratulate you on that. You know.
Thank
So,
you.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep writing and keep moving forward. And most importantly, get a lawyer.
Thank
All right.
you.
And like always, when you see us, one knee us. That means pay respects. We out.
We out.
10 men, 20 men, 30 men.
I'm on something.